So this morning I am going to preach on something that God has sent me to preach. Amen. We have just lost one of our brethren this week. And it is a good environment to speak about this. You say, why? Because it's only time when everybody is aware that death is a reality. What has happened to our brother that he has left us is not only our brother. The next person shall be you leaving this world. I'm sorry to tell you this morning that I am the bearer of the news to tell you that the next funeral is not your late uncle, it's not your late cousin, it's not your late brother, it's not your late mother, it's gonna be you. I'm sorry to tell you that I am the bearer of that fact to tell you. You see this brother that has left us, this is the last funeral. The next time we go to the funeral, it shall not be him, it shall be you. I'm talking about you seated here. I'm talking about you listening to me either by the means of the media. I'm talking about you. You are the next candidate. We have read a passage in Isaiah. Isaiah says, I was a believer in God. I was a preacher before God. I moved everywhere. Probably I preached so many sermons. But he said there was something, an incident that changed me. This incident is when King Uzziah died. When King Uzziah died, Isaiah says, I saw the Lord. And when I saw him, I saw that my preaching, my living were totally different to his qualifications. When I have been saying I am going to him, I found out myself, no, the gap was too far. My stand, my living could not qualify me to get there. He says, I saw the Lord high up. The first thing that Isaiah saw, he says, woe is me, for I am undone. I'm a preacher, but I am undone. I have spoken about the word of God, but I am undone. I come to church, but I am undone. I'm not ready. Surely it have been that it was not Uzziah, but it was me. I would have not made, because I am undone. The message, the title of the message this morning is, the question is, the question is, are you ready? Are you ready? When the door of heaven when the door of death opens for you, are you ready? It's something we cannot avoid. Many a times we don't talk about it. But brother, listen. Sister, listen. Mama, I want you to listen carefully. Mr. President, I want you to listen carefully. You may sit on the sofa costing ₦1 million, but that day will come and you will leave that sofa, you will leave that bed, you are going to the other side, and the question is, are you ready? Are you ready? That's the question. Are you ready? That day, no one can avoid it. Oh, you can have best doctors around you, but that day, you can't avoid it. Oh, some of us, we have the best medical aid in life, but that day, no medical aid can pay that off. When it knocks at your door, the only thing you need to have is, are you ready? It is something I have wondered. Nobody escapes. You can be a preacher, you die. You are a sinner, you die. Everybody dies. Oh, you know, brother, this woman, this lady, this brother, they can pray. Brother, when they pray, the whole place shakes, but they also die. It doesn't matter how you pray. We have heard from the Bible, and we have heard from men of God that have lived. They have asked God to add more days to their lives, and God added, but at the end of that, you die again. And the only question that remains is, am I ready when it's gonna knock on my door? Am I ready? Am I ready when it knocks on my door that day? No one escapes. There are people that have walked on this face of the earth. They call themselves God. People began to worship them, but at the end of the day, they die. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. It doesn't matter how many followers you have gathered around you, but everybody dies. Everybody dies. But the question is, when it's gonna knock on your door, are you ready? Isaiah says, when King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord. I pray this morning, somebody can say, when our young man Clement died in the church, it gave me an opportunity to make my things right with God. To make my things